Give me five if you're not recording. Does our PE teacher, Coach K, use the student-led model? If so, how? And describe how Coach K uses student-led learning in his class.
Coach K, our PE teacher, kind of implements it. He does give a long mini lesson a lot of times. It's usually about health or how to keep healthy a lot of times. That is a bit student-led. That's not really student-led, but the thing is that we don't have time in PE to research that. But overall, he actually kind of does, because let's say we're playing a sport, he just lets us play. He can walk into his office, he can go get a drink or something, and he just lets us play, and he doesn't have to constantly be monitoring us. But he does, once in a while, just give us advice if our team is losing or if we need any help.
So Coach K, yes, like Juliana explained, our PE teacher, he tells us the rules in the beginning, and he explains it to us, but one time last year, we already know the rules, and he just let us go ahead and make the mistakes, because that's kind of what you have to do. You have to let people make their own mistakes, and then they learn from it. So I think that he uses the student-led a lot of the time, but then sometimes he can be teacher-led too.
Yes, he does. Coach K definitely lets us be student-led. He lets us do gimme fives and says stuff like he might just wait for us to be quiet and we to be quiet on our own, or we might get ready and everything, put the things up, if there's equipment needed to be set, we might do that. So yes, he lets us be student-led.
Well, sometimes, I'd say half the time he lets us be student-led and half the time he doesn't. Because for certain activities, there's this one thing called a Club K where we just switch off stations and he's in his office just working. And then when the buzzer goes, we'll just go to the next station. But in some of the other activities, he'll have to tell us the directions and then go and stand in front of the board and kind of just teach and say the rules. So that's kind of what I think of Coach K.
I say Coach K does let us be student-led because first he explains the rules of whatever we're doing or talks about health and keeping healthy, but then if we have to clean up all the supplies after, he'll just tell us how to do it, and then we'll play for the whole time, and when it's time to clean up, he'll just let us do it with his help, and he won't be directing every move we do. So I think we're definitely student-led in gym.
Coach K he usually uses the 7 habits, and he is, most of the 7 habits are being student-led, and you have to follow those to be student-led, so he'll always be explaining it. Sometimes he does take a little longer than needed, but it's because he needs to explain how to do it, explain maybe something about your health, or something that has something to do with it, because sometimes we'll do something important in gym, like the heart course, and he has to explain about it, because otherwise he is not doing his job about telling you about the certain things in your heart because he's teaching you.